وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ما بعد. All praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has given us the opportunity to come to His house, has given us a new day in our life. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the khair of this day and protect us from the evil. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. One of the very important things in our life is to understand how to maneuver our actions during the time of situations and conditions. Many of times people, they are, well focused and know what to do, and everything is normal. When things start to change, when difficulties come, or they're not according to what you want, or a person gets sick, then at that time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is addressing, and Allah Azza wa Jal, He is testing the patience of individuals. And during those difficult times, it's very important that this individual understand the test of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many of times a person, he looks at it from another perspective and sees it, this is a situation where a person needs to have patience, a person needs to have more sabr and having to endure these difficulties. But when it comes upon an individual himself, he becomes restless. So Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi mentions, إِذَا شِئْتَ بَصِيرًا لَا صَبْرَ لَهُ فَإِذَا رَأَيْتَ بَصِيرًا ذَا صَبْرٍ فَهَنِيئًا لَكَ. There are two categories of individual. One is well versed in his understanding, education, ability, but he has no patience in his life. He's very impatient. But on the other side, there is a person, Allah give him the understanding. And along with that, Allah coupled him with patience, sabr. Then this person, he is beyond and above. Very hard to find. So you have people who are well versed in their education. And when it comes to the matter of Islamic knowledge, also they're very well versed. But when it comes to the matter of actually practicing it, and the sabr of its two types, ita'a, ma'asiyah, and al-masa'ib. The first is having patience to know the orders of Allah and following them even if you don't want to. And the second is to know the disobedience of Allah and staying away from them even though you want to do them. And the third is when you have difficulties and condition, you bear it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all of these three components, they are very essential portion of everybody's life. Because a person is going through one or the other. Either you're in a situation where you are being commanded to fulfill an order of Allah, or to stay away from the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If it's not one of the two, then of course al-masa'ib is always there. Difficulties, conditions, situations that come upon individuals. And if a person has learned how to endure all of these with patience, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions in the Quran, إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّ الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. The people of patience will have reward without any account, without any reckoning, without any limitations. Because the action itself is great in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So every day in our life, and every single day when we start our life, we have to, and because of the society and area and the climate that today you and I live in, people have become very impatient because things are becoming and moving in a very rapid way, right? Every single day, new technologies are coming out, and they are beating the speed of the previous technologies that are out. So, of course, the faster you move, the less of patience you have. It becomes difficulty for a person to, have patience in many things. Small things irritates an individual. Small things don't happen. You have certain ways of doing things. You have been systematic. A lot of times our patience is tested when we visit our families back home. The way the system is there. And, you have to go through so many branches of getting things done. So a lot of patience is required. But when we are living in those lands where things are done in a systematic way, and we are used to one system, and when things happens to change in that system, we become impatient. No, this is all part of the plan. A lot of times a person thinks, okay, this is something that could have been done the other way, and we don't have to go through this difficulty. But at the time when it would have been done the other way, then you won't get the chance to have patience and get reward. So things when they are not happening the way we expect them to happen, then consider that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is testing our patience. And the more we try to control ourselves and be thoughtful of that, then Allah gives us the ability to build upon more. And this patience, it continues and continues, and each time when you have patience, Allah gives you reward. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to hold this in our life. It's very important. Today people are very impatient. Very impatient. Small things. You stand in the line in the car and one car comes in and you start honking. When you have a line for pickup for school, and then another car comes in and it starts honking. No patience. Have sabr. Bismillah. Have other people go. Everyone's going to get a turn. So let's bring that into our life. It's very important on a daily basis. Keep a check and balance on yourself. That in this area, I was supposed to have patience. Did I become impatient? Did I lose my sabr? No. So Allah gives us many chances to practice on sabr, and let's take that opportunity. And the greatest thing is, each minute that you are having patience, you're getting reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the understanding. We ask Allah to give us the ability to practice on this. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحان الله وبحمده. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.